Vonder is a brand new app that helps travelers find and enjoy self-guided audio tours through a marketplace of content created by real local guides. It was created by these two, Justin and Megan Core, and today we got to ask them this question.
We've made great strides with Vonder over the past few months. We've fully developed out the guide side, where guides can actually currently get onto the app and start loading content, creating tours in anticipation of our big full launch in the Apple App Store this July. Our goal is to really dot the map, have tours available, so when we launch in July, consumers and travelers can immediately have access to a wide range of tours in multiple locations and start to see the benefit of Vonder. And as we continue to grow, we anticipate dotting the map in more locations with more types of varieties of tours, whether it be art, food, architecture, history, all of those types of things.
So fast forward, the future of Vonder. Right now, you can go on your phone, you can see locations that may be points of interest in your area. There has never been a widely available, accessible option for tours. So if you're watching this and you're a tour guide, you're having to do your own self-promotion. You still are going to have your own persona. You're still going to be able to drive people to your tours and your in-person tours and that part of your business. We want to make it more accessible to travelers by curating in one place on a map when you get off of a plane, where you can see I'm in a new town and here's the things to do. I can sort those by walking tours, duration, foodie tours, architecture, you name it. What it is that you want to see, you can experience. And so we're appealing to you, the guides. We need you to get on this platform. We need you to help dot the map, so to speak, with tours created specifically by you for people coming to your town. I know one story I always like telling when we're talking about Vonder. We've traveled a lot. We've traveled all over the country. We've traveled all over the world. Every town we go to, we try to find out the history of it. We try to experience the history of it. We've lived in Orlando nearly our entire lives and knew nothing about Orlando. Now I think Orlando's different in that it's a melting pot, so people don't talk a lot about the history. There's not that cultural remembrance of a lot of the historical sites. A lot of things have been torn down and built new, but there are some very fascinating things that have happened here. So a few years ago on our anniversary, we went and printed off a walking tour that had been on the city site for many, many years. And we essentially walked around town together on our anniversary to experience the history of our town, which was Megan reading to me the history. So that should be so much more accessible. And so we want to make an appeal to people to go experience and learn the history. It's so important that we preserve the history of our country and the world in a way in which it can be remembered and experienced.
As a benefit to guides who hop on early, when the app is released in July, there'll be a limited selection. So being on there early, you'll be one of the first, one of the few that they see, and they'll be more inclined to take your tour right off the bat. So I think hopping on early is a great benefit to really start gaining reviews, start gaining momentum, start gaining, a name for yourself before we start getting more guides on board.
So I'm going to talk specifically to established sites, museums, art museums, history museums, city historical sites. If this is something that you feel could replace what you're using currently, or even just be something you test drive, the effort to make it there, the effort to get a tour in place, if you've already have audio guide that's functioning for you, is minimal. And we would love to come alongside you, help get that rolling, be a partner in terms of getting more people to your site, because this is something that is going to begin to surround you. And so it's important that you actually get on the platform early. We want to help drive more people to these areas. So if we can come alongside you and help make that, we want to really support our historical sites and existing museums.
If you're a guide looking to start creating tours today, enter your email address at vonder.tours to get a welcome email to learn more about Vonder and how to download the pre-launch test flight version of our app, where you can get on and immediately start creating tours that will be available on our full launch to travelers and guides.
So we have a two-part launch. It's one to you guides. We need guides creating content now. Come mid-July, we're going to be launching the full app, which is when consumers will have the opportunity to begin taking your tours. So we want you there now. We want you there when they get the opportunity to download for the first time. So as Megan said, put in your email, you'll download an app called Test Flight. This is the beta version of the app. It's not fully available in the App Store. We are still finishing final touches on building out the consumer side of the tour. Download Test Flight from our Vonder.tours. You will get an email allowing you to download Vonder, the beta app, through Test Flight. From there, it's as simple as going, creating a profile, pushing guide, and you can start creating. It's extremely intuitive. It doesn't take a lot of tech savvy efforts. It doesn't matter old or young, you can figure this out. And if not, we're here to help.
If you have any questions or want to learn more, feel free to email info@govonder.com.